Welcome to day 246 of the 300 movie challenge. Today, we would have watched the highest grossing film of November 2014. That was The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, which we already saw. So we're finally finishing this wonderful quadrilogy with The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Technically a trilogy because it's just part one and part two, but yeah,
Whatever.
whatever. So there's more world building shenanigans.
Oh my fuck, yes, there is. You can hear the balance sounds terrible, just like how Katniss does in the beginning of this movie, and then they made
you
this
had a moment.
yeah, they made this joke where Peeta started to like scream saying that Katniss should be dead, that he wants to kill her, and they were just like, "Yep, Peeta and Mai are spirit animals right now."
Yeah.
No,
I had a moment.
It was that Peeta turned into Mai and Katniss turned into me
Yeah.
because of my voice.
Yeah.
I know what
I guess I was Prim.
You didn't die though.
Died.
Well, in the beginning of the movie, she was alive,
I guess.
and then she died
Yeah. I guess
in the
you
most
just-
anticlimactic way possible.
Okay, no, like this
Oh my
whole
God.
movie is anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Like that thing with the death of that is super quick, and then like, there's like, okay, the whole thing. Oh, the army, the rebels are gonna invade the capital. Okay, we at least might see some decent action. We see almost no action. We
No.
follow these characters who are behind everybody else. They get into like, they
One or
get
two
they get
skirmishes.
chased by oil, and then fight fucking homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist, and that's
Yep.
it. They don't do anything else. There's that one attack at the end that ends with the bombing that Prim dies, but again, it's like, okay, pretty quick and nothing really happens. And then
Yeah.
Snow is all like captured off screen, and then
Yeah.
the execution thing, which, okay, again, I totally called it like she's gonna shoot the woman, and she does. But even then, that's super anticlimactic. It's just like it happens, and you're like, okay.
And then
And-
Snow dies off screen again.
Yeah, so okay. And then it's like I was reading, because again, people seem to like these movies kind of, so I looked at like critic consensus, and people were like, oh, the movie ends in a way that's like, it's kind of like a downer because it's shows how terrible war is or something, and it's like, no, it's just anticlimactic, because in the
I don't
end,
know if it shows how terrible war
no,
is.
and even then,
because it's
at the
like-
end, it's like a happy ending, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Not like that, but it's kind of like, okay, let's see, what did they show? They showed the kid's mom dying in like that bombing attack thing, and them passing all their kids over and stuff, and then the whole bomb thing, and it's like, we've watched other movies.
yeah, wasn't literally also the whole point of like all the previous movies about how like all of this violence is bad?
Yeah.
Like okay, honestly, I think this is the worst one
Yeah.
just because it's really boring for like the vast majority of it, and then once they get to like the climax, which you're like, oh, at least this could be something, it's just like rushed over, and then you're like, okay, now what?
Like, the thing is, too, is that it's like half the movie is dark.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can't see a damn thing. Like you can barely see the homunculi, and like they kill Finnick for no reason. Like as
Yeah.
soon as they killed Finnick, I was like, I've checked out. I'm done with this movie. It's over. Fuck everyone.
Yeah, and like the only thing I can say positive is that like they balance Katniss a little bit better, where like she's not completely worthless and they're not totally overpraising her. It's like a little bit better, but still, it's like, again, everything else is just so dull. and 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 then again they still bring up the whole like thing where it's like, oh, Gale or Peeta, who is she gonna choose? But then at the end of the movie, Gale's just fucking nowhere, so it's like, oh, okay, I guess it's like there is no big choice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was kind of dumb
You even
too, with like
even within the love triangle thing, you like fucked it up and didn't resolve it. Well, no, you artificially resolved it. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of like even that, the most simplest thing to resolve was not resolved. It was
Yeah.
just off screen. Most
Yeah.
of this movie was just off screen.
No,
was it
seriously.
supposedly like was it just the fact that Gail like did the thing with the bombings and then she was like bye, but that was like
Yeah, but again, like how it's phrased, because he says like
It's
I
just
don't
so-
know, so it's
it's
like
so dumb.
yeah, it's just dumb and anticlimactic, and it's like,
What's
because at
wrong
least
with the people in this movie?
again, at least like the other movies, even Mockingjay Part 1, I thought there were at least like some ideas that were kind of interesting, like with Part 1, how they're like kind of turning her into like a propaganda symbol and like not actually using her or whatever, right? Which they like kinda-ish start doing here again, but they don't really. And I don't know. There's just nothing interesting in this at all. And it's just, yeah, the rest of it's just kind of boring. So, woohoo. Clap, clap, clap. You finished. You did it.
They did it.
They really didn't have to make this into 2 parts.
No, they didn't.
Again, I
They
feel
could've-
like all of this could have been condensed into like 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Because then, it would have been fine to cap off Mockingjay Part 1 with all of this, and that'd be fine.
I don't know.
It's.
What's even worse is that, like, we saw Maze Runner not too long ago, and that was noticeably better.
Yeah.
I know.
Even
right?
though I think, like, the ratings and stuff, like, are like, worse for Maze Runner, but...
Yeah, people prefer Hunger Games over Maze Runner for some of the reasons I stated before, like, concerning the books. But, yeah. I liked Maze Runner better, too.
Yeah,
Did
I'd
the
say
author for The Hunger Games actually write anything else?
I have no idea.
probably something, but I don't care.
No.
Oh my god, I, like, watched this whole thing, and I was just like, was there anything that was, like, mildly interesting or original?
No.
Because of the whole, like, the whole thing with the... I think that's probably the director's fault, where they made, like, the weird mutants into homunculi, because I was just like, I'm getting flashbacks of Full Metal Alchemist, which is a much better piece of media.
Yeah.
Actually,
Haven't
if you want to
seen
see the ill effects of war and everything, that's...
Yes!
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Or
point.
even, like, Three Kings, which was, like, forever ago, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't really... That was kind of, like, mixed and whatnot, but even that had a better representation.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just underwhelming in every way. Hey. Is there anything else to say?
I'm just
At least we're
bored,
done.
tired, and it's stupid. I had, like, these bouts of me just saying that it was dumb and stupid, and just the same word, just in different, like, ways of saying it. I was done.
You
with
were
this.
like, Bart Simpson writing on the chalkboard.
Yeah. I was momentarily Bart Simpson, and I'm happy that it's over, and I never have to watch another Hunger Games anything ever again in my entire life.
Well,
Except aren't we starting a different horrible series
starting a different... Oh!
soon?
Oh.
Is that next year?
That is next year.
No!
I think that's actually in 3 movies.
Fuck.
Yep.
God damn it.
I was like, finally, we're done with this. And I'm like, after watching that whole series, am I actually going to be crying about how I rather watch The Hunger Games instead?
Oh, God.
That'll be really sad.
Yeah, the only hope is that I could see that other series being, like, so bad that it's, like, memeable funny. But
From what I understand, that's not how it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem, so...
I've seen plenty of reviews of this upcoming fan fiction, and no. All I can say is, no, it is as bad as you think it will be.
God
So
damn it.
basically, we're going to be crying about how we rather watch The Hunger Games instead.
You know,
Do I want to sink that low?
I realized that
Mm.
we have not had a Sora treatment for a very, very long time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think we
No.
might be having another one fairly soon.
Yeah.
Because of that series, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Oh god.
I don't know if I would give it a Sora treatment though.
Well, we haven't seen
I
it
think
yet.
it's no. I think it deserves the fire pit
flame.
treatment.
Oh,
The flame.
well, we'll find out. But before we get to that, we have one more movie of the year, and it's actually the end to another series.
Oh yeah.
That's-
That's been interesting, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll put it this way. I am morbidly curious.
Morbidly curious.
About
Mostly because I literally remember almost nothing from seeing this in theaters, and so I'm like,
I
how
just
does this
remember
go?
3 things, which I don't think are spoilers in any sense.
Okay,
There are big mountain goat-like things.
I don't even remember that.
There is a scene where there's like an orc that's like under ice or whatever,
I don't remember that.
and maybe it was just those 2 scenes.
Okay.
I'm just like, when you say that, I'm just like, is it as underwhelming as this finale then?
I don't know, because like the thing is, the first movie in that series was like better than the first movies of this series.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. Well. Mm,
Bye.
Oh,
Mm.
bye.
mm, bye. This was stupid and dumb and hideous and too dark and I hated
They need
this
a flashlight.
this world has no basis and no sense. It doesn't do anything. And then just end it. Just end it here. End my misery.
Okay.
Fuck Katniss Everdeen.